Today we're going to whip up a batch of homemade meatballs, and we're going to cook them in my homemade sauce. First, we got to make sure our knife is nice and honed. Give it a nice cutting edge. We're going to take a large onion and we're going to dice it. So we're going to chop off the ends, peel off that skin, or make some horizontal cuts. Then we're going to make some vertical cuts. Then we're going to give it a nice dice. Then we're going to get a couple cloves of garlic, flatten them out, peel the skins off of those. Now earlier I took 3 pounds of meatloaf mix, which is equal parts pork, veal, and beef. Mix them with grated Parmesan Reggiano, 1 1/4 cups of Italian seasoned breadcrumbs, and a cup of milk. Let them soak. Throw in some garlic, about 1/4 cup of basil, maybe 6 to 8 large leaves, chopped up nice. 4 eggs, nice little binder. And I use a 3 tablespoon portion scoop. Makes about a 2-ounce meatball. And then I took my 8-quart saucepan, threw in a little bit of olive oil after it warmed up a little bit. I threw in my onions, sweat those up, stir them around a little bit until they're nice and soft and tender. We don't want a lot of color on these. We just want to soften them up. There we go, nice and soft. I'm going to throw in my garlic. This part's going to go quick. So we stir in the garlic. Once you can start to smell that garlic, I like to throw in about a cup of a good dry red wine. Cook off the alcohol. Once that's done, I take a number 10 can, which is about 4 28-ounce cans of whole tomatoes. I like buying them whole, that way I can crush them to the consistency that I like. Don't want to have anything go to waste, so I'm going to scrape out that can, throw that in there. Nothing goes to waste. You can squish them by hand. You may want to do that either while they're in the can or before they get too hot in the sauce pot. I will also break out the mashed potato masher. Then I like to add a little bit of water. This is going to be simmering for a while, and I don't want this sauce to be too thick. I'm going to throw in some salt and some freshly cracked pepper. Give it a good stir, make sure everything's incorporated. Then a good bunch of fresh basil. I like to throw in the stems and all. I'm going to take the stems out later, but they do carry some nice flavor with them. Always important to taste along the way and season if need be. Everything was good. Again, give it a good stir. Make sure everything's nice and incorporated. This is on a low heat. We don't want the bottom scorching. Taste it again. Everything tasted great. Now it's time to throw in the meatballs. And yes, I put them in raw. Plop them all in, one by one, each one strategically placed. I'll give the pot a nice little jiggle to get them to settle down a little bit. If you're going to stir at this point, be very, very, very careful. We're not looking to make meat sauce. Oh, can you smell that though? Let it go for a good hour, hour and a half. The aromas are amazing. Put a little bit of sauce down, place some meatballs, some fresh basil, and some freshly grated cheese. And there you have it. Buon appetito.